This deficit flexor fingertip push-up is interesting because we're essentially trying to get to the longest range possible of the tissue that connects between your fingertips and up to your elbow and producing tension through there. So a lot of people that have wrist pain or elbow pain or sometimes even digit pain, they're just weak through these ranges. So let's unpack how this is going to go down. First of all, if you don't have a slant board, no big deal. You can do this on the ground. This is going to allow you for a bigger range. If you have some way that you can set this up, maybe you have just a piece of wood elevated on something, it works exactly the same. So I place my hands, nice wide handprints. One of the things that kind of gets people down a little bit with all of their hand work is that everything is all clamped up like so, and they're kind of pushing through the palms. We want to have very good contact with each finger, but we are going to lose the thumb and the pinky here. So I lean over it, I get a good stretch across my forearms, and I push myself up until I lose contact with these guys. That's totally fine. And then lower myself down, decelerate, get a stretch, hang out, and come back up. These are intended to be slow, excruciating, stretchy reps. And you may find that this is like intolerably painful and difficult to start with. That's totally fine. You can move a little bit closer. That's going to deload the entire system away from your fingertips and onto your hips. So now I'm like way more gentle. I can kind of do this with one hand. It's not that big of a deal. The second part of this is just making sure that you're not using your body to just kind of come up and down through this. I'm essentially doing nothing with my hands. What I like to think of is my body is totally fixed and I'm pressing and digging through my fingertips to raise my shoulders. I'm not raising my shoulders. I'm pushing myself up and then allowing myself to lower back down. This tends to be the easier phase. But pushing yourself back up may take a little practice to feel like, oh, I'm actually doing something through the fingertips. Okay? Pretty straightforward. If you have a slant, great. Use your body weight to find a stimulus that makes sense. Go slow, find a stretch, and try and focus on actually using your fingertips to push through and create that force.